Hey everybody, welcome back to The Loop. All this week we are focusing on the fact that it is Holy Week, and so we are spending our time together focusing on the final week of Jesus' life on this earth. Jesus spent his final days in the city of Jerusalem. He and his friends had gone into the city to celebrate this ancient festival called Passover. Now, you can read about Passover and how it began in the Old Testament book of Exodus, chapter 12. God's people have been living in the land of Egypt. They're living there because they're slaves there. For years and years, they've been treated in brutal ways. So God confronts Pharaoh, the leader of Egypt, about the way these people are being treated. But nothing changed. In fact, God confronted him over and over and over again. But again, nothing changed. And so God is done, and he's going to send judgment on Egypt. But God also wants to protect his own people from the judgment that is coming on Egypt. So God tells his own people to sacrifice a lamb. And then they were supposed to take the blood of this lamb and spread it over the doors of their home so that when the angel sees that the home is covered under the blood of the lamb, he would pass over them and they would not die under God's judgment. Now, what's interesting is when you jump into the New Testament, Jesus is actually called the Lamb of God who comes to take away the sins of the world. And so Jesus is not just in the city to celebrate Passover. Jesus has come into the city to die so that all who are under his blood would be passed over at the final judgment of God. As we think about Jesus' final week on earth, I want you to know he wasn't a victim. He was just being intentional. You have a need, and I have a need to escape God's judgment. And Jesus came to help us with that by laying down his life as a final sacrifice for humanity. In fact, before he was even arrested, he celebrated Passover with his friends. He actually gave them bread to eat, and he said about that bread, "This is my body, which is being broken for you." And then he gave them wine to drink. And he said, "This is my blood, which is shed for you." He asked them to eat it and to drink it as they remembered the sacrifice that he was about to make for them. If you are not a follower of Jesus, I would encourage you to put your faith in Jesus today. Trust him to cover you and protect you from God's final judgment, and he'll do it. If you are a follower of Jesus, take some time today to eat some bread, drink some wine or juice, pause at the beginning of this important week and remember and thank Jesus for all that he has done for you. Now that you understand his life a little better, I hope that you can appreciate him a little more.